What's up, everybody? It's your boy JD back again with another video. You guys know what time it is. It's time to hop back in auto hunting with my clone. So we're about to go and get into it, see what's in store for us today. But before we do, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Want to take supporting further? Patreon link is in the description below. Also join the TheOtakuFix membership and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video or go live on each channel. So let's go and get into it, man. So that's the day of harvest. How did you know about this place? Master Sangu, I was going to ask you the same. What are you doing here? I mean, we're just talking. Sangu, please tell me it isn't true. I trusted you and even gave you Earthquaker, an artifact from the Empire. How in the world do you know about this place? Laban hates Liber. He thinks that everything the system did was Liber's doing. If I tell him about Liber being inside me, hold on, can I just show him what I saw? Then he'll realize that it wasn't Liber's fault. I can clear up this misunderstanding, and Liber won't work, Sangu. Have you forgotten why we can't talk directly until you get the 7 deadly sins? The moment I come in contact with Kaiser and show him my memories of the past, the system will discover my location. Only someone in possession of one of the 7 deadly sins can see those memories. In order to avoid the system's tracking, I created my old backend within it. All the scenes I showed you were memories stored in the system, and when the system came to Earth in the Great Disaster, I moved this data to the workroom. In a word, I'll die if this place gets destroyed. You have to stop it. Now, he tells me. Laban, calm down. Someone told me about this place. Who was it? It was Trevor, Liber's past comrade, Trevor Lone. Damn, it's a lie, but I'm going for it. I met him because of Hanson Shin's DP terror attack. He gave me all the useful information he had, and that's how I found out about this place. I see. So it was the same for you. I also heard about this place from him. What a coincidence. So, you saw memories of the day of harvest. Yes, I saw everything that happened on Tiber. Can you show me too? Well, I'm sorry, but I can't show you without the 7 deadly sins. 7 deadly sins? You mean those artifacts? Then how do you know what you saw wasn't fake? I know Trevor was Liber's comrade, but they didn't seem to be on good terms. There was no way it was fake from what I saw. That Liber guy was a total dickwad. I almost wanted to kill him myself to stop the day of harvest. So then you did see the real thing. Right? That dirty bastard. He was such a filthy, scummy guy. He like, bro, I can hear you. He like, I can hear you, but I'm gonna let it go. You think this will be fine? Shouldn't we destroy it? Those machines down there are connected to the system. That's how I was able to see what happened at Tabor. To be precise, they're connected to Liber. So maybe it will be possible to plant a virus in them in the future as a counterattack. A virus? Yeah, I've heard those are killer. Good idea. By the way, I noticed you changed your tone. You're talking to me more like your student now. I guess ever since you gave me Earthquaker. Well, if you're uncomfortable with that, I'll try to change it. No, I don't mind it. Master, find another student once you get there. Don't let the legacy die. Just think of me as Kylene's Jr. He like, you know what, I can do that. I'm sure Kylene would be glad. Somehow made it through that. I wasn't just saying those things anyway. Where's the next of the 7 deadly sins? Now you're in a hurry too. The next location is one you're familiar with. I'm not gonna let something like that happen on Earth. I'll collect the 7 deadly sins and destroy the system. We gonna see. Sangu, Laban, what are you doing here? I have something to ask you. You must be exhausted. You don't look well. Oh no, I'm just a little busy these days. But I have good news. I finally found the elixir's location. It wasn't easy. I haven't managed to obtain it yet, of course, but Laban was going to get it for me. I wanted it to be a surprise, but wouldn't you know? I ran into Sangu. I see. Did they not realize my sister already recovered? By the way, I won't beat around the bush. There's something I need to know. What's that? How are you planning to stop the day of harvest? I saw what kind of disaster occurred back then. The ones with elemental swords look like you and the Hubert. How did you? The hero was the Hubert's son. Shamir was Arya's niece. I'm sorry for bringing up that pain again. What I mean to say is that I'm sure that it must have been much more shocking to you than to an earthling like me. After all, you have discovered the signs that the day of harvest was coming to Earth too after the great disaster. Yes, I can't even begin to describe the despair I felt. We made a point to only send people who hadn't registered with the system to Earth. I never imagined that Libra's sponsor would follow us here. It wasn't our intention, but we might as well be the ones who brought the day of harvest to you Earthlings. I'm so sorry. No, Libra's such a psychopath. He was bound to return to his home planet sooner or later. Stop doing that. Of course, he bro, chill. Of course, after we saw that we haven't just been goofing around, we prepared a plan to stop the day of harvest, and that plan was this. You mean skill balls? Yes, founding Heritage and using it to produce skill balls so people could register skills was all a part of our plan to stop the day of harvest. Okay, skill balls to stop the day of harvest, but doesn't. Okay, let me just see. Let's hear them out. I don't want. You heard their plan, right? What do you think? You're asking me. I think it isn't bad, difficult, but possible. Just hearing it explained like that, I'm having a hard time picturing it. The reason we were powerless against Library is particularly because he was powerful and people thought of him as a hero. But that wasn't the main reason. So what are you going to do? I'm going to do what I can to help Arya, of course. I had a really brilliant idea. The system blockade is what really got us. Since our soldiers had gotten so used to using their skills, once those were cut off, the ones who didn't know how to use magic were reduced to mere civilians. A bit stronger than your average civilian, maybe, but nothing special. So we're going to stop that. A way to acquire the 7 deadly sins, support their plan, and train, all at the same time. We'll build a substitute system, one that will make it possible for hunters to use their skills even after the current system is deactivated. And to that end, we need money, a ridiculous amount of it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, highly esteemed guests. I am Sangu, an S-rank hunter. First of all, thank you so much for gathering here at this late hour. If I may introduce myself once more, forget it. Get to the point. I heard Heritage has some interesting news. That's what I'm here for. Right, you can skip to the punch. This better be worth our time. Everyone, do you not wish to enjoy eternal youth? Well, that's always going. Eternal youth is always going to get everybody panties in a bunch. The ignorant public may not realize, but surely everyone here knows that mana slows one's rate of aging. Well, I have heard stories of people harvesting mana from younger people and injecting it into their own body. I already do that. Not many people know about this since it's only been 20 years since the Great Disaster and our initial contact with mana, but people will start to become more and more aware of the fact. Isn't it easy to just look? Isn't easy to tell just looking at Jumper. He turned 40 this year. But in that case, where do you think the purest mana can be found? So this was his plan all along, since that's where the next of the 7 deadly sins is. I really didn't expect him to use that information in this way. I've heard that the more you're deeply engaged with mana, the slower your body will age, but I've never seen such an extreme case as this. I mean, look how much I've aged. Don't worry, Frida. That old Himalayan mana, the backcountry valley mana, the most untouched place in the world, is here in Odin's Tower. And so, I'm offering tours of Odin's Tower. I, your very own S-Rank Hunter, will guide you on a safe and satisfactory trip to the source of the world's purest mana, for an appropriate fee, that is. Boy, swindle. Talk about swindling them people, boy. Taking all they goddamn money. Knowing that shit ain't gonna work. Knowing that shit ain't gonna work. I wonder what this was all about. Do we look like idiots who were born yesterday? Odin's Tower is exactly the kind of overvisited place you were just talking about. So many hunters have tried to clear it that if you took all the footprints left in there, you could probably wrap them around the whole world. That's true of the first floor, but we're going higher than that. What? In other words, we're going to a place where no one but Jumper has ever been. A place with pure mana. We're going past the first floor. That certainly changes things, but it's dangerous. Even members of the elite raid teams have died in there. There's no need to worry. I'm an S-Rank Hunter with cloning as my skill. As you probably know, my clones' mechanical judgment skills and precise performance make them perfect as bodyguards. I'm confident to say that you won't receive so much as a single scratch while in the tower. All your big talk is annoying. You've been harping on the fact that you're an S-Rank Hunter, but what's so great about that? Most of us here have upper A-Rank Hunters for bodyguards. There are over 100 of them waiting outside this mansion. Sounds like you're saying you're stronger than all of them put together. Is that true? Oh dear, that was my mistake. I should have thought of this beforehand. The most important thing is that you trust me. To answer your question, yes, that's true. He like, yeah, I talk to my shit. Bring them all in. Why, you little? He like, I'll body their ass right here. On God now. He like, oh, some go like, on God now. I'll body their ass right here. My, that is a lot. He like, I'm about to put them down real quick. Real quick. You need that much money. I have money too, you know. I'm not going to be stingy with it if it's to stop the day of harvest. We really appreciate your willingness, but our goal is to have all of humanity use Heritage skill balls. And we can't just use one skill ball to get everyone registered like Libra's system. You do realize that even the most basic skill of balls costs 8 million won, right? Even if you just cover the cost of production, 10,000 would be something like 40. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be living in the streets. The next of the 7 deadly sins is in a location you're familiar with. Yeah, Odin's Tower. There's a weaponized dormant. It's one of the 7 deadly sins, which was used by the first person I approached before you. This is already your 20th year running this place, right? Then you must have a lot of connections. Connections with money. I need you to round up all those mega millionaires with mountains of money stashed away. The sort who won't hesitate to do something illegal. I'm going to turn those people's money into skill balls. I can call them, but you know, those people aren't just rich. They're a different kind of powerful. They're the kind of people who are truly above the law, if you will. You could be in real danger if you mess with them. There are even a few times when things could have gone bad for me if not for Laban. Perfect. Those Rhinonaires are so hung upon the idea of pure mana they'll sure pay for it. Also, I won't have to hold back. Let's see. Was that the last of them? How is this possible? See? Not a scratch. Body they stupid ass. A simple command from me, and you will all be able to enjoy the purest of mana in Odin's Tower. I want that kid. I had no idea S-Rank Hunter was this strong. It definitely is the rare opportunity, and I'll be able to cut down on risky kidnaps. It's true that Jumper seems to be way too young for his age. And if that really is because he's the only human to ever absorb the mana from Odin's Tower, then your offer clearly has some value. Let's first hear what you were thinking price-wise. Suckers. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Suckers. That's what they are. So this is the Valhalla portal. I passed nearby before, but this is my first time seeing it myself. Welcome everyone. As expected, there was mostly people in their 50s and up who registered. Looks like about 15. Then again, I guess younger people wouldn't be interested. Well, we're here like you said, but I still feel like you ripped us off. Maybe if you had charged us collectively. But one guy, damn. Per person per trip? Don't forget the other part of our deal. If you get even a little hurt inside the oldest tower, you will be fully refunded. However, you will be closely monitored to ensure you do not harm yourself to get the refund. Not that I think of any of my esteemed customers would be so petty. I know you're all very busy people, so shall we go on in?
No more whining. It's time to start acting like a man.
Really taking them on an African safari. This shit is crazy. The infamous entrance to Odin's Tower. Hardly anything from this point on has leaked out into the media. There's something over there. I'm glad you all can make it. You too, Sungu. It's good to see you, Director Park. Director Park, as in Wante Park, aren't you the leader of one of Korea's top guilds? You can say he's an expert when it comes to Odin's Tower. He'll be supporting us from the outside. The inside of Odin's Tower is a vast and extremely cold place, so I'll prepare something for your safety. A tour bus.
You're going to have to be a lot stronger.
Oh, I gotta see this shit. It's very sturdy and includes a number of built-in skills, so you should help you have a safe trip. True, even though we all have flying, I'd rather not use that skill throughout the whole first floor. We're in a world of Sungu thinking you're the best. A week earlier, you want to enter Odin's Tower. Yes, I'm going to charge some rich people to give them a tour. Sungu, it's not as simple as that. Only authorized personnel with permission from the government and issue a certificate can enter. I'm not listening. Come on, please. I came here to ask for your help with that stuff. I need you to find a route to sell the monster corpses and get when I'm... Okay, I need you to find a route to sell the monster corpses I get when I'm in the tower and also prepare a tour bus fit for rich folk. I have a request for the vice director as well. This is too sudden. Director, I'm planning to reach the top of the tower. The tour is just a way for me to earn money in the process. When you send Raid Team 1 to the tower, it took them a whole month just to get 25 miles in. Thinking back on that, I realized how strange that is, and their map was overly detailed too. Almost as if they were searching for something. I'm offering you a deal. I don't know what you were looking for in Odin's Tower, but if you do me this favor, I'll do you one in return. How about it? Alright, so what were they looking for? Now, if you look behind us, you'll see we're being chased by frost bats. Aren't they cute? Just kill them already. What a wet blanket. Not a wet blanket, bro. I'm still not used to the stone spires shooting out like that. 3 and 4, don't forget to grab the corpses. Bring back the old memories, returning here after all this time. I'll be able to get three things to stop the day of harvest in this place. Money. I really want that kid. The mana certainly does feel different here. My wrinkles went away, didn't they? No, they're still there. Stats. Yeah. Also, Hwan Beck, a first-generation hunter from South Korea, as well as the first to enter Odin's Tower. Bring back whatever information you can find on him. Libra's first contact. Hwan Beck. With his weapon of the 7 deadly sins, I'm on my way to meet them. What is that? Okay, that's one of the 7 deadly sins, but is it invisible? Looks like it's invisible. Oh, that's about to be that bullshit. Right, this looks like a footprint, and it looks... Unless it jumped off. I don't know. Guess we're gonna find out. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. You did. Make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel. Let me know what you guys think about everything that happened in the comment section below. Also, you guys want to keep up with me, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, links, all of that is in the description as well. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.